Blonde alien woman told Brazilian man secrets of her civilization in 1979 UFO encounter. On May 16, 1979, Arlindo Gabriel dos Santos witnessed the landing of 3 UFOs and the huge manned spacecraft in Bipendi, Brazil. It was considered to be the most impressive UFO encounter in the history of UFO sightings in Brazil, investigated by Uberhara Franco Rodrigues. The story started when Santos went out hunting with his 2 friends José da Silva and Oliveira Prudente in the morning. The friends were only 6 kilometers far from their houses when they decided to split up. Santos had a cheap camera and his hunting weapon. After a while, he spotted strange objects that had landed near his location. According to Santos, the bigger UFO was about 10 to 12 meters in diameter and 8 meters high, in addition to an unusual spike that increased it by another 5 meters. When the first UFO cylindrical in shape arrived, Santos managed to take photos of the object. But when the other 2 UFOs landed near the first one, he got frightened and tried to escape from the landing place. I went through the woods across a valley and into a field when I saw an object that came down in the middle of the field. It was white and shaped like a post, about 2.5 palms wide and 1.5 meters tall. On top of it was a sphere that blinked red and white. Suddenly it vanished before my eyes. I walked on, and when I got to the spot where it landed, a second object came down. This one was shaped like a top and had like a little fan turning around on top of it. It was shaped like a spear on the bottom and that stuck in the ground. While running, he was stopped by some kind of light beam from the alien ship and saw 2 aliens coming out of it. They wore identical clothes and transparent helmets. The aliens were about 1.5 meters high but looked very strong. They had big eyes, short standing hair, wide but flat noses, round faces, thin lips and small ears. Santos began screaming and begging them to let him go, but the aliens tried to calm him down and told him that they were not going to harm him. The 2 men came to me and each took me by the arm, and I got even more troubled and frightened. I said to them, "For the love of God, let me go." And they replied, "In God, we are all brethren. We only want some information." After that, the aliens took Santos to their ship. He noticed the UFO door with a 4-step ladder, and there was another alien standing there who asked him if he had seen Zerka coming down to the earth. Then, the alien explained to him that it was a device for communication. Santos explained the inside atmosphere was completely strange. It was colder than outside and smelled like dust. Inside, he saw other aliens who were busy doing some work. He also saw a blonde woman, plump and pink-faced, with no neck and wearing something similar to telephone receivers on her ears. He also met some other aliens, and they all had human-like appearances. The female alien gave him some information about the sun, moon, earth, and her civilization on the TV-like screen. Here is the earth, the sun and the moon, and the earth turned and turned in the picture until it vanished. Everything got dark. Then a little spot appeared at the top left and grew larger and larger until it was about 3 centimeters long. This was their country. This is where we are. I don't know if we were in their country or on Earth. We come from there and return in only a few hours, but it is according to the rotation of the Earth. If the rotation is not favorable, we cannot pass. When that happens, we go back. Then the man pressed a button. The light went off and we went back to the other room. Santos spent about 2 hours on the alien ship, and after that, he returned to his home suffering from severe nausea and dizziness. When he asked about the camera that Santos had used to take UFO photos, it turned out the camera was burnt. Rodrigues found Santos' bag, which he had lost during the incident. The bag was chewed by some animal and also had some strange printing like hieroglyphics which had not been there before. Santos also said that white spots on his body that used to itch in his childhood suddenly disappeared after his encounter with aliens.